Hello, day 27 and day 28 of my MetaPWR adventure. Little update. I'm going to give you a bit of an update of the last couple of days, and then I'm going to show you what I've done with the assist capsules to help to see if that works better for me. So last couple of days, I feel like I'm in a good routine with sleep now. It definitely is working for me at this point in time to take the Advantage, which is the collagen. Comes in this little sachet and you just put it into room temperature water or colder. Like I usually throw in a few ice cubes, pop it in this shaker and then just drink it. And I've done a bit more, I've listened to a couple of other trainings recently. And the recommendation definitely is once you've made up the Advantage to drink it within, like about half an hour, but sort of don't make it up in the morning to drink a few hours later, because just the way the ingredients are put together, they sort of activated and most potent, I suppose, when, freshly made. So you just, so make it up, drink it. It's not like you've got to down it, but, don't let it sit for hours before drinking it. So I've been having that about 11 o'clock most days. And yeah, falling asleep easily. I've been actually reducing the amount of melatonin I take at bedtime and still falling asleep okay. Still staying asleep all right, apart from not last night, the night before we had a massive thunderstorm. So, that didn't help, but it goes with the start of summer, and it's like now hot again here in Brisbane. It's gone from, I think it was 20 degrees the other day, now it's 32, so, and humid. I think our spring is now over. So what I did notice yesterday was, because the day before I'd been hungry and kind of just looking for food not all day, well, kind of all day. And so yesterday I really made sure that I had enough protein for breakfast. So I'd found a couple of organic chicken sausages in the freezer, cooked up, they were only little, so I cooked up a couple of those, had them with a couple of eggs. That's, that kept me going, because I think the day before I'd just had the eggs and I had a piece of paleo toast and really just sort of clawing for food. So I don't know if that helped, but definitely I wasn't looking for food yesterday in the way that I had been. So that's good. And I actually went to the butcher and asked for some, I just wanted some steak to be able to cook up at breakfast. And so she, without paying, $60 a kilo. So she said, oh, I've got some, I think she said top side, I'll run it through the tenderizer and just cook it up. So they're only kind of like little, really little thin kind of minute sizzle steaks. And I had one of those just for breakfast with a couple of eggs this morning. Was kind of kept going for, till about 2 o'clock. I had breakfast about 9, not hungry or looking for food at all until about 2. So that's pretty good. That's why I'm increasingly an advocate for, a protein heavy breakfast. In fact, one of the things I'm wanting to do, it's on my list of things to do, is to make up a little chart with different foods and their protein values, because, I've just been listening and learning more and more about how important it is to get good levels of protein throughout the day. So anyway, that's an aside, but I know steak and eggs, that's a pretty good breakfast. This morning I got back into doing some kettlebells. Felt like my back is, I won't say it's back to normal, but even when I'm rolling over in bed at night, it just feels much easier. Doesn't feel like there's any sort of spasm about to happen. So I think slowly, that has settled down. I'm sure the collagen has been helping, with the back and the aches and pains and the, the muscles and joints, because that's what part of what collagen does. So I'm sure that's been having an impact. And so I've been being careful to do my warm-up exercises and warm-up back exercises. But then, I didn't do like a super heavy kettlebell workout, but I went back to one of the thyroid strong workouts from early on, and certainly was lifted heavier than I have been the last couple of weeks. And so far, I will see tomorrow, but my back feels fine today. So that is good. So feeling stronger. So next I want to tell you about the assist. So now this is the assist in the capsules. This is what you have 15 to 30 minutes before your main meal, particularly a carb heavy meal, because what these do, I'm just going to look up, I made some notes from the training I did the other day. So let me just find that. So I've got lots of notes actually. Let me just, I hate it when you open something and then it doesn't open. Okay, so the assist, I didn't realise I'd taken the lid off. Oh, okay. That's not really very helpful. Okay, all right, well, we'll come, now I've got capsules all over my desk. But what it does, there's plant-based enzymes in here, and this is one of the little capsules, that help to slow the carb breakdown and prevent high spikes in the glucose levels. So the idea is that it broadens out the spikes in the, you know, the blood sugar spikes, so that they're not so sharp. The idea is that you're taking one of these 15 to 30 minutes before you eat, because it gets it then into the digestive system and the casing broken down, and so it's all ready in the stomach to, you know, to get those enzymes ready, waiting for food, waiting to kind of deal with, you know, that the carbs, and slow down that glucose response. So what I did learn from this training was that if you forget, you know, that 15 to 30 minutes and you're kind of 5 minutes into eating your dinner and you think, oh my gosh, I forgot to take it, you can break the capsule apart, like you just pull it apart, you know, like capsules just pull apart, and you can actually then either sprinkle this on your food or just, you know, into your mouth and have a big glass of water. It's just that will mean that the enzymes will activate, you know, quicker than it would take your stomach to break down the casing and become active. So that gave me an idea, and I thought, okay, so if my body isn't responding well to one of these, like it's a bit too much, what if I broke it down and kind of spread it out over, you know, say 2 or 3 capsules? And I do have empty capsules that I use from time to time to put essential oils in if I'm taking them internally. And so I actually pulled out, I don't know if you can really see this, but this is quite a large capsule, which I thought would probably be easier to, like, you can see the difference. And so I was able to open up one of these. It was a little fiddly, to be honest. And I distributed what was in 1 capsule into 3. So I had 2 of these. I really do have these everywhere. So 2 of these big ones. And then I couldn't really get the last bits out of, you know, the original one. So I just put the kind of lid back on and swallowed that. I did have a taste of it, and it's not going to hurt you to have it like that. It tastes a little bit kind of bitter, I suppose. But yeah, fine to do. And I thought, well, I'm going to give that a go. And so what I've noticed in doing that was, yes, I was a little bit gassy this morning, but no stomach cramps. No real kind of bloated feeling that I'd had on the weekend. And whilst I was gassy, it wasn't so, you know, stinky. So I think, okay, all right, I'm going to try this every day for a little bit. It might just be that my body got some stuff to clean out and needs to have a slower, I don't know, introduction, maybe it's not quite the right word, but a slower increase in that. And this is where it's an adventure, right? This is my story. Your story might be completely different. Loads of people are having, you know, no issues at all. I think this is just where we've all got a bit of trial and error. We all have different metabolic, you know, histories, different way, you know, our bodies just have had different stuff in them. It's going to take different times for, you know, different ways for our bodies to respond and settle into, you know, a homeostasis. So yeah, so I just thought I'd share that in case, you know, you wanted to know what you could do, how to customize, and yeah, I'll just see how that goes. So that's days 27, 28. I can't believe really it's end of week 4. But I will wait till day 30 to do the proper wrap up. But there we go. There we have the last couple of days, and, you know, just some continual tweaking. you've got any questions, please let me know.